What's going on, guys? We are here.
That's right.
Long-awaited episode of No Yes Man is now.
I'm not a yes man. Are you a yes man?
Hell no.
Hell no. That's right.
Not at all. Guys, we could explain, first of all, I think what a yes man is so people can understand if you didn't already know. A yes man is just pretty much a person that follows the line, right? If I say go, you go. If I say stop, you stop. It's people who can't find themselves in life. So they decide, hey, I'm just going to jump on a bandwagon and do what they do. That bothers me. But again, hey, it's freedom to do whatever. But that's just not me. And that's also not my guy, Ryzak, over here. And our buddy, Jeff. Guys, I just want to say it is Canada Day.
That's right.
And so Jeff, he already had a couple.
He's a little inebriated at the moment.
Yeah. So
good for Jeff, though. That's what he should be.
Hey, man, listen. Rock out, man. You know.
I got mine right here for Jeff, right there.
Well, I got a cool looking mug. Oh wait, I do got a cool looking mug. I don't have nothing in it, but
it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, man, we got a great first show here in store today.
Agreed.
That's right. We're gonna talk about some stuff that's going on inside of the community, outside of the community. We're gonna talk about the pro titles that just got dropped today, July 1st. We're gonna talk about a little Xbox update article that I was going through the other day. And if Jeff does join us, we're going to talk about the EA ticket that he submitted through EA Dice. Wanted to let him give some more insight into that. Also going to do a community check-in, the good and the bad. That's about it.
Now, guys, check it out. Here's the cool thing. We're going to do rounds. So if you go to our channel, you can't tell whose channel it's on. So it's cool unless you actually click on it. So we're always going to have the next episode already ready for you, right? So you'll know, hey, let me click on that, and then it's going to go live, blah, 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 right? So the cool thing is, this Ryzak is the man. Right now, today, Ryzak is the man. This is his show today. He is the host because it's on this channel. Next week is going to be Jeff, if he shows up as the host on the channel, as the host for the show on his channel. And then the week after that will be my turn. But I'm just going to say this. Listen, we all titled our shows. My show title is called Past Drama. I'm just telling you.
I got like rainbows and like pansies and shit over here. Oh my.
Fair warning. I'm bringing up every incident that happened from today on. And if you happen to be a part of it, your name will come up. And I'm just being real. All right. Because I just want to discuss it with my two colleagues and see what we think about the past drama. So just know that's coming in 2 weeks.
It's cool.
And now your mama knows.
Now your mama knows. Hey, can you see that popping in there? You can see that popping in there. All right. So let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into it. Obviously, we had some pro games drop today, but I wanted to jump into this first because this was late breaking news this afternoon. You didn't even know about it until I was talking to you a little bit ago. Streets of Rage 4 coming to Stadia, as well as Darkwood. It's a survival horror game. It's got great reviews on Steam right now. I don't know too much about it, but Streets of Rage 4, man, arcade classic. What do you think about that? I know you're an old school arcade guy, so
okay. I'm gonna start there. Tell you how deep I am. This game, the Streets of Rage. Do you know when Streets of Rage? You know how many years it's been since Streets of Rage 3 came out?
I don't know.
This game is 26 years later. The last Streets of Rage was 26 years ago. Actually, it might be 27 now because this game came out last year. So they did an amazing job to make it feel like the game you played way back when, the hits, the music, everything. Digital Foundry did a really good job at talking about how it. I watched the whole long, I don't know, it was an hour or whatever. This game came out, I got it day one. Now it was day one on Game Pass, so people have been playing it on Game Pass for a while already.
Right.
But it has a lot of DLC that came out since then. I'm willing to bet this might be a pro title. I think it might be.
I think they do stealth drop on that. I mean, they didn't give a date in the in the post there.
Right. So it could. I mean, it just says coming soon. So it could very well be a August pro title, or it could still be a pro title this month if it came. But it is on PlayStation. Like I bought it on PlayStation, and that's back when I had Game Pass. But I bought it because I wanted to play it with my friends. So I spent actual money, and I could have just got it on Game Pass for free. So that just shows sometimes everybody don't get everything on Game Pass just because it's on there. You know?
No, that's true. I mean, I remember playing the original Streets of Rage. I probably haven't played one since then. But I love a good arcade game, man. So I think that this is, I'm telling you, I think it's dope. I'm not going to lie, Collins, I took your word there. I saw Collins say it was dope in the chat. So, you know, I had to take that too. Where's Jeff? That's the question, Proto. That is the question. Jeff is currently being kicked out of bars as he is celebrating Canada Day. And we hope that he'll join us soon. If not, we're going to have to put an APB out for him and see if he can make it home okay.
You know,
did you see his outfit?
I've seen his outfit. This is crazy to have a first episode of a controversial show and one of your guys is missing. So maybe it just makes sense. Let me ask you a question real quick.
Go for it.
There's people lobbying like, why is Eli not a part of the No Yes Men? Now, I have my reasons. What's your reasons? I'm gonna be honest, but you want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Why not? I really did think of him, and I even mentioned him to you, but I think, and I told him this personally, so it's not like he knows. I said, dude, listen, I like crazy and I like wild, but I don't think you could be controlled. And I think he's just so over the top. And raw, like Eddie Murphy raw, right? From the 80s, the late 80s, early 90s. And I just feel like, man, people's like, dude, is Eli going to be on? They instantly think, is Eli going to be a part of you? And I think just for that is probably not a good idea. That Eli.
You know, though, that speaks volumes to his impact that he has on people, right? Like he has had such an impact on people that they assume that if there's any mention of drama or anything controversial, Eli is going to be there. And that's what I think is beautiful, right? Stadia Pro, we're asking the same question.
Same question.
Should I go ahead and share the photo?
You got to.
Do I share the photo? I
got
to share the photo.
Now, while you're doing that, it reminds me of the time that Stadia Pro showed up late for a show called Stadia Hype. Ray and I is doing the show. We're like, bro, where's Stadia Pro? We don't know. And like a half an hour later, he shows up. It was hilarious. We got Stadia. We got Lee to take over.
Hey, he was on his time. He was on his time. Don't worry about it. All right, let's see. I hope this works. I just added this as we're going. I don't know if it's going to work. So, boom! Look at it right there.
Boom. Look at that guy right with the cup in his hand.
Look at that guy. Look at that leg, man. Look at him showing that leg. So we don't know where Jeff is. Jeff could be asleep. He could be at the bar still. But this is what Jeff sent us about an hour ago. He said it's raining. So he is literally sitting in his Canada poncho, and he is just enjoying the crap out of his day. So hats off to you, Jeff.
Hats off to you, Jeff.
You do you, man. You do you.
You know what's funny though? Jeff is always trying to try. You know, one thing that's cool about Jeff. Reason why I thought he was good for this is he trash talks all the time. He does. He has a good personality, right?
His trash talk is different though. His trash talk comes from a place of knowing, right? I don't think Jeff is just going to say something to say it unless he has credible information to back it up with.
So hold up. So you really think you're the new king of content?
I didn't say nothing, man. That's all Jeff.
But you said Jeff typically says something that he could back up.
Look, I'm just going to put it this way. I've got a hit game show. I've got this No Yes Men show. I'm fabulous at Rocket League. I'm beautiful. Like, there's just a lot going on for me right now. So
okay.
I don't know, but I tell you who can tell you. Jeff can tell you. And I think that we might get Jeff here soon.
Really?
There's something going on here, and I think I like it. Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep. Flip it that way. Uh-huh. Yep.
I'm afraid.
Are you ready? Oh, no, he's gone. Never mind.
Well, I was gonna say, take his picture down so when he comes in, it'll be real big.
Yep. Here, we can just do this right here. We can just take us. Man. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. We got started a little early on the topics. Okay, so this whole idea of this show started what, 2 months ago, give or take?
Well, technically it started 3 months ago. So
3 months ago, you and I had a conversation. There was some shit that was going on. I'm just gonna say it, and we were like, look, let's have this conversation out in public. And we wanted to find people that were going to be in it with us. Yep. We wanted to have a good group, a good panel, so we could have good conversation. The first two guys, which you've already mentioned in our announcement show, were Raging Jacob and Alex, and they're both fantastic guys. Yep. There was something that wasn't seen eye to eye between you and Jacob, and it was totally cordial. It was cool. It was it did not blow up into anything. And Alex has his things going on too. So then and he keeps leaving. Why does he keep leaving? We went back to the drawing board and we decided that, hey, we still want to do this, but we want to find somebody. Before he leaves, I'm just going to bring you in now because you're going to leave me if I don't. But we started talking and you brought the idea of Jeff to me. And I love Jeff because Jeff is an amazing supporter of me. He's an amazing supporter of everybody else that's in our Stadia Bash community network.
Hold on, wait. But if we're going to keep it real, we got to say, what made me say, okay, Jeff should be a part of the team?
Because of the one chat that you were in, I think it was it with Avery and Jeff was going on? No, who was it with? Nope. You tell me.
Nope. It was Vet. That's what it was. Vet and I had a blowout. Well, I didn't have a blowout, but he blew up on me. The community went crazy, and I was. It was a
misunderstanding.
Right, it's a misunderstanding. Everybody knows anyway, but I was the evil bad guy, and I typically touch hot buttons. I press buttons, and I was like, I'm done. I don't want to start anything. So Vet changed his name from Stadia Vet to Stadia to Vet Cloud Gaming. And I was like, oh, I heard about it. I was like, oh, well, then people was like, did you hear what Jeff did? I was like, what did Jeff do? Yo, Jeff called him out and said he changed. I was like, Jeff wouldn't do that. Like, dude, this is a sensitive time right now. And I looked on Twitter and I was like, yo, Jeff got some balls. Right now it's real sensitive. I would have never did that because the man had a breakdown, everything. And Jeff was like, listen, no offense, but mother F, well, he didn't say all that. And that's what made me say, yo, Ryzak, Jeff's crazy, man. And he trolls people.
It is.
Do you think he should be a part of it? And Ryzak was like, I think he should, man. I think he can hold his own.
Well, and since you touched on it, let me go ahead and say, and Jeff, I'm sorry, I'll let you say hi in a second. We kind of got going. As far as that Vet stream, I'm actually the one that started it.
You did.
I'm actually the one that started it. So I immediately sensed what was going on, and I reached out to Vet behind the scenes. And I don't know what started happening with these deleted messages and everything, but I was trying to totally take the level of the intensity down. while all that was going on, and the target got put on you. So let me just say right here, I'm actually the one that started it because I was talking shit to Vet.
You know what's crazy? I literally jumped in the stream and piggybacked off of your thing.
Yes.
All I've seen you say is like, well, I'm not showing up. And I said, well, if Ryzak not showing up, I'm not showing up.
Yep.
And then
it was really bad timing. I don't know that he was having the best day or whatever it was. There was a nerve that was hit. I'm the one that hit it. I've apologized to Vet. I apologize to anybody that's watching that may have seen that because it made me feel like a gigantic jerk. But I think you, Vet, me, and Ray, the four of us, constantly joan on each other in chats when we're in there. And so I was at work. I was on my lunch, man. I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to come watch. And it was like, it hit a nerve, and it was,
and I was at work.
And then you jumped in, and then you like just drove a stake through that nerve. Like it was not a good day. And I felt really, really shitty. And so, I love Vet. I know he's going through, some stuff right now. He jumped on Cloud Station last night and jumped in. I was watching that. It was great to see him back talking with the guys and streaming. And I hope he'll get back and do some more stuff soon. But enough of that, because that's all ancient history.
Definitely.
Jeff Janak. Happy Canada Day.
Jeff the Great.
Can you hear me?
We can. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You sound great.
Cool. Because I'm in my mobile setup, and I may or may not be in a bar, and I may not have been drinking all afternoon. So
you may not have known we had a show planned today either.
Well, did I not say I did not want to do a show today? But you
did say that. You said that's Canada Day. We was like, well, you was like, all right, whatever.
Jeff Williams said you have sensitive balls. How would he know that?
Oh,
You know.
Awesome.
My ring camera is not working, so I'm sorry. I'm in the corner of a restaurant bar. They were nice enough to give me the corner. The bar owner is right over there, and she's nice enough to let me do my podcast from the corner of the bar.
Dude, I'm just glad you're able to get out and get a drink and not have to wear a mask to do it. Like, that's fantastic. So,
mask. I double mask. See, I double mask. See?
Ryzak, ask Jeff about the game. Let's get his take on them real quick.
Yeah, so Jeff, I'm going to share something that I already shared before, but just to get it went away. Don't worry, guys, I'll figure this out eventually. Here we go. Big announcement today: Streets of Rage 4 and Darkwood. What do you think about Streets of Rage 4?
We know you're not frozen, Jeff.
Yeah, no. Can you see it? Do you need me to blow it up for you?
I am on my phone in a restaurant. I have not seen any of the news today.
Okay.
Streets of Rage. I don't know much about Streets of Rage, so I have no opinion. But
Streets of Rage is a side scroller beat 'em up arcade game. Yep.
Classic.
It is a classic. So this is a newer one.
It's probably the beat 'em. Okay, so if you think of beat 'em ups, you think of Double Dragon first, and then you think of Streets of Rage.
Absolutely.
And then you fill in the blanks with anything else. So that's how big of a deal. I'm not sure it's gonna be that big of a deal to people if they don't know, but people who know Streets of Rage, it's gonna be a pretty cool game to get. I mean, I bought it already on PlayStation, but I would if it's not pro, I will definitely buy this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works. And then Darkwood, we lost Jeff. We lost Jeff again. He'll
we
come
understand
back maybe.
His situation, so let's just keep going. I don't know anything about Darkwood, but I'll look up the trailer later. But that's cool. Any games come in is a cool thing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's a survival horror game. I mean, how can that not be good? Right. You like Resident Evil, and then Jeff,
there's a bunch of new games I have to a Dark Side Detective. I'm a big fan of the.
Hold on, wait.
Akira,
we're getting to
games.
That.
I'm a big fan of those guys, and there's some other pro games I haven't. So I have not had a chance to check these out yet. So
that's all right. We're getting to it. We had to show everybody what you were looking like earlier because you weren't here. These are the pro game announcements for this month for July. So Moonlighter, and I know William said in the chat. Moonlighter is boss if you like Zelda. It looks exactly like old school Zelda to me from the screenshots. I haven't gotten to touch it yet. I've been doing stuff all day today, but I'm definitely going to be playing it tonight after game over. So I'm excited for that. Look, I know everybody's got an opinion about Terraria. I claimed it. I don't appreciate what the guy did, when he had his little meltdown and his little fit, but I did claim it. I claimed it because my kids might play it. Maybe I'll play it. I don't know, but it's a huge game. It's a huge game. Cool.
Yeah, that was pretty much the answer to the game your son loves, Minecraft.
Yes.
That's held as kind of like a 2D Minecraft, so to speak. Me personally, I love that this is no yes men. I don't give a damn who's even watching or if you care. A lot of people is boycotting the game because of the guy. Listen, what I learned a long time ago is I don't have anything to do with these people's personal lives, and their personal lives don't have anything to do with me. If they got pissed off with Google for something, that got nothing to do with my purchasing habits. I'm not one of the people that would be like, oh, you know what? Somebody did something bad, and I'm not going to listen to their music. That their personal life has nothing to, and I don't want to bring it on me. Now I might comment on it. I might have a conversation about it, but I could care less.
That's right.
So for me, I'll claim it.
It's a huge game for those that have Stadia Pro that didn't buy it, that are going to claim it. There's just even that many more people that are going to play it. So I think it's a huge game. I heard a lot of people on Twitter saying that this was a weak pro lineup. I disagree. I think this is a fantastic pro lineup. You dropped one of the biggest games, to date in Terraria as a pro title. The Dark Side Detective is a sleeper. I don't know if you've seen a lot of that. I've had that as a question a couple of times on Game Over. It's a sleeper game, man. It's really good. Street Power Football it's a sports game. Who cares if it's an arcade sports game? It's a sports game. Well, that's and Moonlighter looks fantastic. I'm so excited about Moonlighter because I love Zelda.
I don't know nothing about it. So
I played the Dark Side Detective demo before it came out on Stadia. I'm a big fan of Richard and the team over at Akira Games. So Grime is coming out. Grime is coming out the beginning of August. Another one they're putting out. Big fan of those guys. Big fan of those guys. Richard, if you're watching, I love the team over there.
No, that's fantastic, Jeff.
Yeah. So let me just talk about these games real quick. So
do it.
Dark Side Detectives looks like trash. Terraria, I played it back in the day. Awesome. It's trash. What's the other game? Moonlighter, never heard of it. I'll give it a go because it's supposed to be like a Zelda thing. So that sounds like it could be promising, but for right now, the little picture looks like trash. And the sports game, not for nothing. When I seen this, I was actually interested. I like remember back in the day with
it's like NBA Jam or something, right? Yeah, like, NBA Jam.
Yeah, like NBA Jams. Yeah. So that actually, I'm an arcadey guy, so that actually moves me. So for me,
which is surprising why you don't like Battlegrounds as much.
You know what's crazy? Because I'm a huge wrestling fan, and I played every single WWE title. And so Battlegrounds for me is so when it comes to wrestling. So here's what's funny. So if you was a diehard person into a sport, you would probably like the simulation. So something like an arcade style would be a slap in the face. So I'm a diehard wrestling fan. So an arcade game is a slap in the face to me. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense.
Right. No, I get it. I think with everything that we talk about in our small community, to each their own. To each their own. And where you don't like some of these games, it may be a game that I like. I like RPGs, so Moonlighter fits that, but that checks that box for me. Street Power Football might be something fun to just play a couple of times. Who knows? But the big game and the big news of the week is this guy right here.
Woo!
Yeah. I don't know if you are a Rainbow Six Siege player. I'm not. Yesterday was like the third time I ever played it. But I'm just going to say it from this angle. And I actually tweeted this on a reply a little while ago. Rainbow Six Siege is one of the most popular esports games that's out there. And to see that on Google Stadia and the way that it performed when I played it yesterday, man, I don't get into this whole 4K 60, all that stuff like some people. But it was beautiful And my son came down and he was like, "Oh, dang, it looks good." Like my son plays on his
Right.
awesome computer and everything. He was like, "Dad, this looks really nice." I was like, "Yeah, I know." It was smooth. I appreciated opening up my friends list and seeing everybody was playing it, man. I mean, we got $100 value for $15 if you're a pro member yesterday. Cool. I saw somebody on Twitter say, "Oh, they're forcing you to get pro so that you can get the deal." They're not forcing you to do that. You can pay $100. Right. You pay $100 for the game, go for it. But it gave you every skin, every operator that's in the game, right? So I thought it was fantastic. It played so well. It was nice to see the excitement from the community. Everybody was playing it. And then I told you before the stream, I was fortunate to jump in with Alex and Meg and Grace, Stadia community manager. We were on a team with Dre. So it was Dre, Meg, Alex, Grace, and me on a team. It was so awesome to see her playing with us. I know that there were a couple of other streams that they had jumped into. You had said something earlier about Sunny's stream getting put on the YouTube, the Stadia YouTube page. Like that's how it happens, guys. That's what I'm talking about. That was great. Cool I'm done.
What's cool is all of what you said with Grace playing. When I was just scrolling through YouTube today and I seen what they did is so on YouTube channels you could have a community page, and so you could just make a picture and put a link, and they had the picture and the link of Sunny, and I was like, dude, that's pretty cool. So I put it out there, and now I gotta because I gotta be me. So that idiot Andy Morph, I like Andy, but he was being a moron today, and he was like, and he had to have his 2 cents, and but it was cool though, and Lord Moore had his 2 cents as well, so he was being an idiot. So but it was cool to see them doing it, whether if they did it every day or not, but period, that's just kind of cool. So that was just a little plus. But again, I'm an old school gamer. I don't need the company to even speak to me. I never had PlayStation reach out to me. I never ever had any of this, where I feel like somehow the company has to engage with me. I just bought a game and played it, and that's what it was. So
I think sorry, I want to let Jeff talk too, but I think the thing that gets everybody excited about that is that we've all been there from day one almost, right? And to see this whole thing grow from its infancy into where we're at now, I think it's really cool to see them kind of touch in like that. And
honestly, Ryzak, just want to say something real quick. I've bought every single console day one. Besides the PlayStation 3, because it was a Christmas present, and every console I own day one, right? Especially the newer consoles, right? Like PlayStation, the Xbox 360, a PlayStation 1, 2, 3. Well, not 3, right? I don't never remember Sony reaching out to me anytime, and I was there day one. Yeah. So I don't care, but that's just me.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I know one of the things that a lot of people love about Luna is that they interact with their content creators, right? So I think that was I think it was nice to see for a lot of people. A lot of people put a lot of time into Twitter and trying to make this personal connection with some of those community managers, and that's good. But I thought it was pretty cool. So Jeff, what are your thoughts about Rainbow Six? Did you play it at all? Did you buy it?
I have not bought it yet. I did not have a chance to. I was doing some other stuff. I was doing my Wednesday night Kratos stream. It was Kratos' 1-year anniversary. So I was doing that last night. So although I saw everybody in there, I thought it was great that Grace and some of the other people I saw, I popped in to Meg's stream for just a minute. I thought it was great that the community is getting behind it. There's a few people in my Twitter feed that they keep saying that Twitter Stadia is going to die in 6 months, and I keep sending them messages, and I said I'm going to be hounding the crap out of you. You can block me if you want, but I said I encourage you to block me because I'm going to keep messaging you every time something happens. Right. And I was bugging them. I was bugging the crap out of them yesterday, saying, hey, look at this is what's happening. It's not going to die anytime soon. Yeah. Well, Google kills things after you. I don't have time to deal with that. So I was very happy to see, and I that you made a good point. I don't know which one of you was talking, but yeah, I got a comment.
Well, it was a good
saying,
point.
hey,
It was mine. It's not.
Yeah,
Anthony's,
it probably.
so, yeah.
Probably. I was going to say, I don't see Sony or Xbox jumping into people's streams like Stadia was yesterday.
Oh shit, that was his point. All right.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. I'm going to give you credit though, because you are the king of content. And
hey, I was going to ask you about that because he was asking me earlier.
Yeah, you don't have to say you're the king of content. You just do it. Whereas, someone who's going, I'm the king of content. Then, overcompensating for something. Anyways, yes, I'm going to comment that to these other, these clowns that were going, oh, Stadia's going to die. They're going to shut it down as a glass hole. I still have my Google Glass. And so, yes, I'm going to comment. They keep saying, who's going to die in 6 months? Well, no, it's not. And it's going to be here forever, and the rest of the months are catching up to me. So, I have not bought Rainbow Six Siege. As you guys have played Red Dead with me, I can't really shoot worth of crap. So these shoot games aren't good with me, but I'm glad to see the community behind it. I was good to see the Stadia within.
It's a hard game, especially because it's been out for 5 years, 6 years, something like that. There's a lot of people that play this at a very competitive level. It's a very hard game to grasp. It's not just your walk around and shoot 'em up kind of game like Call of Duty. There's some skill and there's some teamwork that needs to happen. And with people, with this cross play that they've put on there, you're playing against people that have played this for a while if you've never jumped in. So it's a tough game, but it's just nice to see such a large scale game
100%.
come to the platform. And
100%.
You guys, I'm not shy about my love for Rocket League. You know this. And I've made the case of Rocket League is one of the 10 most popular esport games in the world. Rainbow Six Siege is number 6 on that list. So of earnings last year. Go ahead, Jeff. What you got?
Did you see the greatest Rocket League goal ever? It was floating around YouTube and Twitter the other day.
You sent it to me 3 times, and then I saw Vet retweet it. I was like, I need to watch this damn thing. What I think I love most about it is you didn't even know you scored until it actually said.
I really didn't until it flashed up on my screen that said Senior Bear Cub. I'm like, oh, I scored. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, all right, so go ahead, Anthony, because then I wanted to segue into something else.
I wanted to segue into something else too, but real quick, I was one of the big. So my most time spent on Xbox 360 was from Rainbow Six Vegas. I played that the whole time it was out, and then Rainbow Six Vegas Part 2. So when I say I poured blood, sweat, and tear in a franchise, I did. Now they was going to come out with the next version called Rainbow Six Patriot. There's still videos on YouTube you could look up, and it got canceled. So they never made Rainbow Six Patriot, and then years later they came out with Rainbow Six Siege. Now, I guess because a lot of other games were getting really popular with different characters, they went the different route and made operators have whole different personalities and specials. And for me, that threw me off because it wasn't the same. But I told myself, so when I played it way back when it came on PlayStation, Rainbow Six Siege, I didn't like it because it was too different from the game I knew and loved. But I told myself when I heard it was coming to Stadia, I'm going to 100%, because I used to love the franchise, give it my all and try to actually get into the game. So I will be trying to play this and really, really, really try to give it my all. Now, with that said, Ryzak, Jeff said idiots who are saying Stadia was going to die in 6 months.
No,
I was going to ask you, could I segue? But if you got another segue, you can.
You're good. That's exactly what the segue that I was going to use. I don't know what the hell happened to my camera, so I'll worry about that later. But as long as you guys can hear me, we're all good.
Yep, we can hear you. So
Jeff said idiots that said Stadia was going to die. I know of 2. One of them's already gone. Who's the other one?
Okay, well, who's gone?
Avery.
Oh, got you. Okay. Well, let me touch on that real quick. This is no yes man, guys. So we're just gonna have it all out. So I didn't call Avery an idiot. Ryzak did. Wow, Ryzak was the first person to shoot stones.
Ryzak, I wasn't gonna do it, so there you go. But
why'd you call him an idiot? If I could,
So You're good. I have. I'm not clamming up. I'm just trying to make sure that I say this the right way.
Okay, got you.
I do not have a whole lot of respect for people that shoot off at the mouth and then hide when they get confronted with things. And when you want to be bold and you want to go out on Twitter and you want to say something and people challenge that and you delete tweets and you run and hide, I don't have a whole lot of respect for you. So that's really all that I need to say on that matter.
Okay. Well, I had a long time with Avery. Obviously, he's the guy that got me into Stadia Source. He was like the manager of the Stream Team Dream Team at Stadia Source. So I mean, we had a love-hate relationship. I really did admire the guy. I still owe him a pizza. I definitely will still go to Six Flags with him and give him that pizza from the bet I lost. But at the same time, yeah, definitely. He wasn't one of my favorite people. It was weird to love hate because I admired him because he was a showman, because he loved to talk and run his mouth. I like a person that isn't afraid to talk. But at the same time, you know, I can see what you're saying where certain stuff with tweets or whatever. But my person, I want to put out there because I kind of dealt with Avery. I had him on the Keeping It Real with the Cowboy. We had a long, you know, over an hour talk. I said what I had to say. It was what it was. Now, this person I want to bring up, I also had on Keeping It Real with the Cowboy. Matter of fact, he was the first guest, and it was because he personally said Stadia will die in 6 months, and he walked it back, said 6 months to a year. And so on the show, I got to hear him out. But I want to play it for you guys so you could actually hear what took place on the show. So if you don't mind, Ryzak, I would love to share my screen.
Do it
right now.
I got you. Hey, while you're setting that up, what up, Eli? We were just talking about you.
Oh man,
Eli graduated, man. He's in like a 2-week party mode, so he's living it up right now. And did you see his picture with his hair down the other day, man? That dude, I tell you what. Where's your screen? I'll share it.
He's a stud, man. He's a stud.
There you go. That's right.
All right, so
Stadia Pro called it.
Let me know if you could hear this.
No.
All right. Oh, because I still got it muted. Because I'm very smart.
You good?
Hold on. It's got a lot of commercials on it. All right.
Let's just go over the year.
And a lot of these people who have been portraying that are doing that for their own reasons, but it was 6 months to a year.
Okay. So let me. Here we go, man. And that was probably 2 months ago, maybe a month and a half. That Stadia would die in 6 months. So that means
no, it wasn't 6 months. It was 6 months to a year. Again, this is a lot of the media, a lot of the spin out there, which people are spinning for their own thing.
Fake news.
Fake news, yes. And a lot of these people who have been portraying that are doing that.
Duncan, as you know, and you can hear this, right, Ryzak?
I can hear you now. I just unmuted you. You were playing it on your screen, so there was an echo going on. So I muted you, so I didn't hear it off your computer.
Oh, okay.
You're good. You're good now. As long as you don't push play, just keep talking.
Well, no, because I would need you guys to hear him.
Okay.
No, but did everybody hear what he said?
We did hear it. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right.
I muted your screen, but kept the audio on your video going.
Okay. Good. So he said, Duncan, and you know, guys, me and Duncan has an interesting relationship. We inbox each other every now and then. We take shots at each other. But I've been waiting because I told him. Actually, I'm going to let you hear it. But anyways, so he said Stadia would die in 6 months to a year. Now, this video is from March 20th of this year. So that means next March 20th in 2022, Stadia, by his calculations, and he was the first person to rile up the whole community with Stadia is going to die. But here, I got another clip that I'm going to play.
Was he, though? Because I kind of feel like it went the other way.
That what?
I kind of feel like it was Avery that started it.
Well, I clearly remember. No, it's definitely Duncan. I remember one day somebody came up to me. I don't remember who it was. And they was like, yo, did you hear what Duncan said? I was like, what? What did Duncan said? Oh, my God, you didn't hear? It was on Cloudburst. I was like, here, what? He said Stadia's going to die in 6 months. I was like, who the hell would say that? He was like, I'm telling you. So I literally went and watched the whole show just to hear him say that.
Oh, we got another guest on the show. How's it going? Hello. Just making new friends while we're on stream.
Wow. So it definitely was him. But let me play this clip.
I told you guys I was in a bar drinking. It's Canada Day, and
Bro,
you know.
good. Look, I got you right here, Jeff.
Oh man. So let me know when you're ready. I can play the next clip.
Go ahead. I'm going to mute you now. Go for it.
Be great. It wasn't well receptive. So I'm just telling you, you guys already got a low player base. You could go ahead and try to make your games if you want. But these people, the gaming industry is cutthroat. So you could potentially make that game like we did, and that game might fail. So I'm just saying, maybe you might want to rethink making your game. Do you not even consider that making sense to a Stadia that has a low player base?
Then you're not looking at the big picture. What is going to happen here in 6 months' time when Xbox drops in their 4K and they're buying their games? Who is going to play on Stadia with the low player base, the low multiplayer, and nothing to draw them to the platform? Yes, we have some.
Whoa. So this was what, 3 months ago, and he said, what's going to happen in 6 months? Well, buddy, xCloud did, as of last week, start upgrading their blades. And I could tell you personally from doing a 4+ hour comparison that it definitely ain't shaking the damn foundation of Stadia. I'm just saying. So a lot of stuff he was saying that he thinks this is going to, the low player base, nobody's going to play. We're still, as Ryzek said, we just got this game. He was like, wow, everybody's playing this game. Like Stadia isn't going anywhere. And his last thing I want to play, and then we could get into it. The last part of the clip. I was dying for this moment. I figure I'm going to make no yes men when I actually make this statement.
You're good, because since we're on Duncan, I'll say one more thing on top of it too, and then that'll probably work. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, so here we go. Let me just make sure. Yeah, you can mute me again.
And more data centers as well, which is absolutely amazing, and that breeds.
Grammarly gives you real-time writing feedback.
Nice.
Yeah.
Way to give Grammarly a little
plug.
Spot there.
Came out next week and said, we're dropping in India, we're dropping in Brazil, we're dropping in Australia. Confidence would be boosted immensely. And it's just actions speak louder than words, and we're not seeing a lot of action at this moment in time from Stadia, in my opinion.
All right. Well, listen, I need to
go.
I know you gotta go. One last thing I'm gonna ask you, right? Today is what, the 20th of what month is this? The 20th of March, right? Next, I'm gonna put it on my calendar. March 20th of 2020. If Stadia still's around, if it's still called Stadia, because I get what you're saying, it might be called something else. If Stadia still called Stadia, March 20th of 2022, will you come back on a stream with me, and will we say, you know what, my timing was off, Stadia's still alive? Will you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've said that on Twitter as well. I want people to come back and say to me, ha, you're wrong. I really hope that I am wrong.
So that's what I want to show, because I'm personally putting this out there, guys. I was waiting for this day where I was going to actually be able to do what I just did. So, guys, or Duncan, I'm going to speak to you. If you hear this and what happened, the countdown starts today. I don't know if every week, I don't know if every month I'm going to make a post about it, but the countdown starts today. And I'm telling you, if you thought I was creative, if you thought I trash talk, when March 20th, 2022 comes, and if Stadia don't die or either change its name, it's going to be so on. Because Duncan literally, as Jeff is doing, was the guy waving the flag that Stadia is doomed. And this guy, and I feel like once that happens, I don't want to hear nothing. He's literally the Stadia's dying champion. And when that happens, I don't want to hear, nobody can say nothing to me until Stadia officially dies.
I don't think anyone thinks you're creative. I don't know about you, Jeff, but I don't know that anybody's ever said creative and Anthony in the same breath.
So,
no, what I was going to piggyback off of with that is that let me give it a little disclaimer first. I think Duncan is great. I really do. I appreciate what he does. I appreciate his energy that he brings to, his insight. I know that people have said that he goes and digs on other websites and then puts off information on his own or whatever. I'm not here for that. I really don't care.
right.
My biggest pet peeve about Duncan is this. He will say one nice thing of Stadia, but then he'll follow it up with xCloud, Luna, whoever is doing this, and this. Why can't you just say that Stadia did something good? Like he's gone the other direction now. It appears with some of his Stadia information. It's just not good enough for him, or, yeah, that's great, they did this, but
Right.
X and X is doing this, and this. Why does it always have to be a comparison? You're the one that constantly says, like, we don't need to compare, and we don't, what do they call it when people like one brand over the other nowadays?
Tribalism.
Gaming tribalism, right? You're on top of the roof talking about how nobody needs to do it, but yet you continue to drive that home when you can't just speak to one thing. You have to give that but. And so and there was one tweet he had a while ago, something Stadia did good. They announced that they were getting a game, and it was like, oh, that's great for Stadia, but we also have it on xCloud. Why couldn't we just talk about that moment right there? That's all that needed to be said. So other than that, Duncan's cool with me, man. He likes ice hockey, and he seems like a good dude. I think that he's very misunderstood by people, and I think that's unfortunate.
Yep. And I just want to clear it up too. I don't have a problem with either. I mean, obviously I went to him and say, hey, bro, I'd like to do a show with you. And he was cool enough to say yes. I mean, people knew him. People didn't know me that well at the time. And he said, yeah. And we did 4 or 5 episodes, which is cool. When E3 was going on, he literally was the guy inboxing me. I said, Duncan, keep me, I was away for the weekend for my anniversary, and he was updating me. So, I have no problems with him, but I'm going to check the hell out of him on March 20, 2022. I'm just saying.
I know you got the date written down. It's in your phone.
Yeah, I've been waiting to publicly make my announcement publicly that it's going down. Like, I always joked about it and threw it out there, but no. Now you heard it on No Yes Men. And but anyway, what's up, Jeff? Jeff, are you able to speak?
Going down like your mama on a rainy day. What?
Yeah, I'm able to speak. I'm just listening.
All right, well, let's move over to your over to yours. I want to hear you talk for a little bit because I'm tired of hearing my own voice. You recently had put a tweet out about a ticket that you made with EA Dice about Battlefield 3022, whatever it is. That was one of the things that I wanted to touch on this show. Do you want to take it from there?
Sure. There was I saw a number of tweets from people going, oh, day X number of tweeting, EA Dice about whatever. And I'm like, that's not how you do it. So I logged in, I created a case, and then I'm like, okay, I created a case. Here's my case number. This is how you get their attention. Sending a tweet to the social media intern who's probably, if they're watching tweets at all, that's not how you interact with EA. I see it with Take-Two. People like, oh, where's GTA 6? Where's GTA 6? Well, that's not how you interact with these big companies. You file cases, because that's actually what they look at. They look at support cases. So that's what we did. And then I think it was MM2K said, he's absolutely right. I can speak from experience, blah, blah, blah. That's how you do it. And a number of people, not a large number, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe, did the same thing. But that's how you get their attention, is you log cases and say, hey, we like this game on Stadia. Sending a tweet to the social media intern, that's not going to pay any attention. And pay attention to EA. They're doing their big EA Play later this month. Since we're in July, we can say later this month. That's when they're going to make the big announcement. They're like, oh, please announce today that you're coming. Well, they're not going to make a big announcement like that in June when they got a big thing coming up next month or this month, right? So you got to understand how companies work. And yeah, some of these guys are just, some of these kids are just, 18 years old and they don't know how business works, right? You two are both in business. You know how business works. You want to log you got to do it properly. You got to put in the proper procedure. And that's what I was trying to explain to them. And I did get a number of tweets of people who did that. Will it make a difference? Probably not. But at least it might make somebody pay attention.
But it's the correct way to go about doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you get more people in line doing it the correct way, then that small voice becomes a big voice.
Correct. Yep. Correct. Sending a tweet to the social media intern going, "Oh, day 22 of tweeting them." Who gives a fuck? No one. They're not going to listen to it. But you want to log in.
I've actually done that, so I'm feeling a little attacked right now.
Hey, if the shoe fits, wear it.
That's right, baby. I'm aware.
Sure. You can tweet Richard at Akakura Games, and you can tweet Jackie at Liquid Bit, and they will get back to you. But when you're talking to the big boys, your Take-Twos, your EAs, your Bethesda, they're not going to do that. You got to do things the proper way. And that's what I was trying to edge. That's why I was trying to say with my tweet. And a couple of people backed me up on that. A couple of the big names, MM2K jumped in and said, yeah, this is the proper way of doing it, not just sending a tweet to the social media intern. Right? Will it make a difference? Probably not. But will somebody pay attention? Maybe. Will it make it on some, at some meeting, they'll say, hey, we got a bunch of, as they review the support cases, someone might say, hey, we got a bunch of people asking about Stadia. Right?
Yeah. Proto's got a question for you on the screen, Jeff. I know you can't read it. So it says, but what if you file a case from a company's support Twitter? Laugh my ass off.
It's the same thing. Doesn't work. You gotta, some places will respond, but you gotta go into, you gotta log it properly into their system, because that's what the big companies look at. That's where the support people, what the support teams, they're running the reports based on that, not tweets.
You know what the sad thing is, Jeff, and I'm just going to be a little mean right now. It's small-minded people. So you keep saying big companies. It's people that see like Sky Climbers was never coming to Stadia, but everybody wanted it. Sky Climbers is a small studio. So it's small-minded people that say, well, that worked for that. But when you talk about an EA and a Bethesda and you get to the big boys, then that's a different story. And that's what Jeff is trying to say.
Correct. Jackie is great over at Liquid Bit. We've all had interactions with her. She's awesome, right? And, Richard and his team over at Akakura Games, with Grime coming out and Darkside Detective and whatnot, they're awesome. So, yeah, some of the small indie developers, Lee, Lee's had a few of them on his streams. That's awesome. That's great. Love that, right? But again, when you're talking to the big boys, when you're talking to the big leagues, right? It's a whole different thing. If you're playing in the minor leagues, that's one thing. But when you get to the pros, you gotta follow their game and what they pay attention to. And that's what I was trying to explain. Sending a tweet to the social media, the whoever the intern is this week, who's running the social media account, they're like, oh well, they were retweeting some other people. Who gives a crap? You gotta do things properly.
So we're running out of time here. I mean, we could go as long as we want because it's our show. But Ryzak, can I ask Jeff? Could he get onto something else? So throughout the week, as I was talking to both of you guys, every time you guys said you might talk about something, I was writing it down. And it's something that Jeff said he wanted to talk about. I don't know if you remember, but I would love to get his take on it. Is that okay with you, Ryzak? Because you are the host.
You're good. I know that we are running a little light on time, and I think it's a good thing to get into.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we ever announced to the public how long the show is going to be, but I know if we all got things to do. But real quick, Jeff, you actually was a little bothered by Wingy, and you said you might bring it up. Wingy being back.
Yeah, Wingy. I wasn't really bothered by Wingy. I just sent you a message saying, hey, look, Wingy's back. I was a big supporter of Wingy. I joined his streams every week, and he gave me, little shout outs here and there. And then he kind of vanished. And I think there were some personal issues going on, I think at the time with maybe his mom or something. I'm not going to get into that. And then all of a sudden,
it also had to do it when he created a team. So remember, it became him. And I don't know everybody in the team, but I forgot the other dude named the black dude from over there.
He had a couple. He had a couple of people, and then then they kind of went out their own way, and And I think I tweeted him a few months ago, hey, Wingy, everything okay? What's what? And then he just kind of showed up going, Stadia sucks. And here's an article from 8 months ago about why Stadia is bad. And now he's all about the whatever his show is, the something of Xbox, the crap of Xbox. Or
oh, is that who that is?
Yeah.
I think I saw a vet retweet that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't even know who the hell Wingy is. No offense, Wingy, but y'all talking about something I don't know right now. So that's why I'm so quiet.
He was doing Stadia content way back, last year.
Yeah, he was a big deal when Stadia first started. He was definitely one of the pillars, one of the guys pushing Stadia. His thing was like the glory of Stadia. The first UK. He was the first UK Stadia channel. And at the time, I didn't know anybody from UK. So besides my stepdad, who lives in the United States. So I was like, but I watched him though, right? So now today, if he was still around, that would be pretty cool for all the UK guys.
So he's somebody that was all on board, and now he's jumped on the Xbox train. So he's on the Stadia hate train, and also, he's fitting in with the rest of the mold.
But he also vanished for like 6 months or 8 months.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. We got to add in. He disappeared for like probably more than 6 months, but yeah.
And I think he had some personal issues. I think maybe with his mom or something. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not really sure. There was some personal issues, so he was taking a step back. And then all of a sudden, he's like sending a tweet out going, look, I have Stadia, and look, thank God, because look at this article from February when, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm out the glory of Xbox. And it's like,
he's got to catch up, I mean, he hasn't been in the game for a while, so,
Why are you bringing up articles from 6 months ago? We've argued.
Because that's really all anybody has to go off of, Jeff.
That's it. They will.
And I think I said,
till they die, man.
Yeah, and I think I said to you too, I said, I'm going to find an old article from a year ago about how xCloud sucks. And I'm going to keep posting that going, look, xCloud sucks. There's an article a year ago.
You don't have to find an article. I'll tell you from firsthand experience. And I'm not going to sit here and jerk off Xbox. I'm not going to sit here and jerk off Stadia. It is what you want it to be. But the fact of the matter is, things are good for certain people and things are not good for certain people. I mean, how many times do people have to say that?
Yeah.
But you find certain people, and I'm going to use this individual as an example. They just take things to a whole extreme. Like, why? What is the point? You put so much energy and effort into one thing, and then somebody shit in your Cheerios one morning when you woke up, and you're like, nope, I'm going to jump in with everybody else that's going on the bandwagon. Like, come on, man. Yes,
I've said this to you guys. Like in your country, how many streaming services are there? And everyone kept saying, oh, well, this is going to be the Netflix killer. This is going to be this, But Netflix is still there. Disney Plus is still there. Paramount, Hulu. Sure, they're all merging and consolidating and whatnot, right? But they're all there, and we're going to have the same thing in the cloud. Some people are going to like Stadia. Saturday I have to take my kids to get their hair cut, so I'm going to sit in my car and I'm going to play Stadia. What Stadia Pro? I can't see what he's got.
He said he likes cereal minus the shit.
Hey, listen.
Hey, did you see Jem's comment? Speaking of playing Stadia in places, Jem commented on somebody else.
I can't see the chat, and you guys. No. Jem's not in here right now. I'd rather see Ryzak's pretty kept to face than the chat. Go. I don't really want to see Anthony's.
Jim jumped in on Twitter on one of the posts. Somebody was hating on Stadia, something about, people actually play this shit or something like that. And Jim was like, look, man, you can play Stadia on your phone while sitting on the toilet. And the guy was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to try this out. Like,
dude, just think, yesterday and today I've been bringing back All-Purpose Champ Power Up Plus streaming from my car. So yesterday I wanted to do a first look. Think about how cool Stadia is. And I had nobody else try to comment this when I put this up. Yesterday I wanted to do a first look, but my wife wanted me to get in the pool once I came home. I'm like, damn, I'm not going to be able to do it. So what happens? Dude, I said, you know what? I'm going to sit in my car on my lunch break and do my first look for Rainbow Six Siege. Flawless. So, the people's like, like I have one guy on Facebook, Stadia, Xbox better anyway. Stadia don't have no services or no features. I said, no features? Did you just say Stadia doesn't have features and you comparing it to xCloud? And then I pulled out, I said, dude, watch my video. We talk about features. They have what's called direct streaming to YouTube. So being a content creator has never been more easier because you could be a content creator on the go. I don't know.
No, it's again, to each their own.
Yeah.
You call me a Google fanboy or whatever if you want. I really like Stadia. I still play on xCloud. I still have my Xbox sitting here with dust all over it. Haven't turned it on since I got my laptop.
I still play Rocket League. I scored the best Rocket League goal ever.
I was playing Rocket League all night with my son last night. I almost
funny? Two of you guys said something, and you both had something to say about both things. Ryzak, you mentioned the Xbox, but you earlier in the week said you had an article about Xbox needs the better ways to update. And then Jeff, you mentioned Rocket League, but I wrote down how you said Rocket League takes long to download. So
oh yes, because last Saturday I think I tweeted. What happened? What's going on?
I'm putting this on.
Bringing up the article he was talking about.
Yes, I tweeted. I was trying to call Ryzak. I was going to get a hold of him because my son wanted to play Rocket League because he saw me playing. Because I am the best Fortnite player, so he saw me playing Fortnite. As I am the best, oldest Fortnite player out there. I take on any challengers. I take them on. Anyways, he said let's play Rocket League, and we had to wait like 122 minutes for it to download the latest update. So I kept playing that, and I was kind of trying to get a hold of Ryzak and little Ryzak to play, Rocket League, and I don't know, he went to bed. Little Ryzak.
I did. I was out, man.
But anyways, yes. But we had to wait for my son to download. It was 122 minutes for it to download the latest patch on PlayStation, and I just fired up the GE Force, and boom, I was done.
Damn.
Why is the Bath and Body Works so big? It's a website. I can't help it, but. What I wanted to talk about was this. It's an article that I came across from Twitter. Surprise, surprise. It's from this website, Pure Xbox. Okay. It says Xbox exec promises to look into ways to improve game updates. I got a way for you to improve your updates. Don't update them. Just go to the cloud. Anyway, this guy, he's getting all pissed off because he clicks keep games up to date enabled. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. And he always uses instant start mode, but he'll have certain games that will update and certain games that won't update. Instead of it updating all of his games, it'll only update the games that are most popular within the libraries, right? With the cloud, you don't have to worry about that because everything stays updated, right? The cool thing about it was that somebody from the Xbox team jumped into his tweet right here. This Jason Ronald guy said, for gamers who have large libraries installed on both, oh my God, why do I keep doing that? Both internal and external storage, we try to balance keeping the games you are most likely to play up to date while also respecting a player's bandwidth. We continue to refine that balance to minimize friction of players. Does that not infringe on any kind of privacy thing where they know what games you play and they keep those updated versus the games you don't play? Isn't that kind of one of those things that Google gets a bad rap for? But we don't want to talk about it when it's anybody else, right? That's just number one.
That's correct.
But I did think it was cool that this guy jumped in. He listened to him. He says, good feedback, both things we have previously considered. We'll look into that again. Both of those things they previously considered. We're introducing an always update games feature, perhaps an option to simply play without patching but offline. Look, you got to go through all of this stuff in order to make you happy. I don't know what to tell you, man. Just now you've got Xbox games in the cloud. Go play in the cloud. You don't have to worry about updating them. It just annoyed me to see that, we hear such a bad rap for things that are working for some, yet you still have an entire group of people sitting off to the side that are worried about updating their games. You just talked about that the other day in one of your streams, how you jumped in. I think it was your stepson or your brother. Somebody had a PlayStation. You guys booted it up. You went to go put in a game. You had to sit there and update. You had to do an update for the system, not even the game update.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, that's what happens to me. Listen, here's what's crazy. I would go just to watch Netflix on my PlayStation, and then the PlayStation have an update. And I'm like, dude, I just want to watch Netflix, but I have to do it because it's an internet thing. So it won't allow me to use the internet until I do the update. And then it'll say like, oh, your external hard drive collapsed, so you need to rebuild it. I'm like, what? That's why I'm going to get a Google TV just for that, because I'm just going to have it on my TV. But here, I want one last saucy. Can I bring up one last saucy topic?
One last saucy. I'll give Jeff a chance to say anything on his mind, and then I do have one good news story that I want to share before we get off of here, because this isn't all. It's not all hate.
Definitely not all hate. But if Jeff want to go, or you want me to go now?
Go ahead. I got nothing. I'm done. My phone's my phone's about to die soon.
All right,
Jeff, happy Canada Day if we lose you, my friend.
Yeah, man. Happy Canada Day if we do lose you. All right. I'm wearing the red for you. Okay.
I got red in here somewhere.
See?
Red all over.
What other Canadians? We got Sebastian in the chat, or any other Canadians in the chat? I can't see the chat. So
no. We Proto's in the chat. Roosevelt Phillips just got into the chat. Collins is in the chat. Stadia Pro. We got Squids in the chat.
Squid, my boy Squids, my plant eater. I've been eating meat. I've been eating a lot of meat for him today.
Nice.
He said, "Oh, Canada."
Go ahead, Cowboy. What you got?
I'm just gonna be honest, because this is No Yes Man. If you guys just jumped in, this show is the first episode. If you go to our No Yes Man channel, we got it lined up for the next 3 weeks. Next week is Jeff's episode. The week after that will be my episode. But I'm just gonna be honest. I want to bring this and ask you guys about it and tell you my feelings. What do you feel about the community tournament that Jack is doing? Now, I'm not hating, because originally Jack came to me and Ray and the SBCN and said, hey, I want you guys to be a part of us and promote this. And then he felt some type of way when Duncan joined. Well, he felt some type of ways a couple times before even Duncan. But Duncan was the final straw when Duncan brought his show to the SBCN called What Have Stadia Done Now? Jack felt like, oh, Duncan is a Stadia hater, so why would you allow him? So he left. And the funny thing is, me and Sammy got into it, and then Duncan and the show left anyway. But anyway, that's a whole nother story for another day, maybe in 2 weeks. But I'm just being honest. I was excited to know that there was a tournament and there's up to $1,400 on the line. But from what I'm hearing, and like Eli told me that one of the games is going to be Hitman 3, and they're not sure on everything yet. It seems like it's going to be speed runs. So I personally want to be in a tournament where I could legitimately beat my opponent and be like, I won, I eliminated these people, and I won. So personally, I was like, dude, I'm not kind of cool with the tournament coming up, man. I think it starts on July 11th, but I was a little bummed out, because even when me and Jack had it out and he hit me up and said, hey, do you actually want to help promote or be a part of it? And he just hit me up, and not Ray and Vet and Spectre, but he hit me up. I said, no, before that. Before that. So this is after we had the fallout. And I said, dude, listen, I got to talk to them first, because they're my people. So I talked to them. They said, we don't care what you do, but we're done. So anyway, I was like, dude, I help promote it, blah, blah, blah. So in the end, we just wasn't hitting eye to eye. And he said, you know what? How about you just be in the tournament? I said, bro, I was going to be in it anyway, because I was going to win the whole thing. And I want to take the 1,400 and go, ha. But now this stupid tournament, sorry to call it stupid, but the stupid tournament seems to be damn speed runs and stuff like that. I want to actually face people and win. So hopefully hopefully it's more than what I think it's going to be. And maybe the speed run is just one part of it. Hopefully this gets to Jack and MN2K and Eli and all the people who was a part of it, and Ryzak and whatever. And hopefully some things kind of turn. But I'm a little bummed out that the tournament isn't like an actual, somebody versus somebody. I don't know. That was just on my mind. I wanted to throw that out there.
You're good, Jeff. You got anything?
I have no issue with it. I hear what you're saying, Anthony, but I think trying to find a game or 4 games or however many games to accomplish what you want, I think would be challenging.
Bro, we just been in an esports league. Sorry that you guys got eliminated, both of you bums. But we just played in. Do you not think Killer Queen, whatever the hell it's called, Killer Queen Black would have been a cool game to have in a tournament? Bro,
but that's again. There's based on what you described of what you want to take on someone and you want to challenge them and you want to beat them. There's only a handful of games where you can do that. So I think their format, and it's the first one. I think it's okay. Let's just see how it plays out.
Well, I will say this,
because Killer Queen Black is not a one-on-one game. You can't do it. Although I did kick your ass alone, and there is video evidence to prove that I kicked your ass in one-on-one with that.
So then I guess what you just said doesn't stand corrected. But listen, it's only 4 games they're doing. So what do you mean it ain't that many games? You couldn't pull 4 competitive games from Stadia?
I can.
I definitely can. I'm just saying, man.
No, I know.
It depends on what level you want to get to.
Yes, are they single? Are they single player?
Is it one-on-one?
How do you? Yeah,
or is it like an elimination type game, like an Outcasters, right? Because you could do Last Caster Standing. Eddie Player One did an Outcasters tournament a while back. I was in it. It was fantastic, but Outcasters gets so much hate from a lot of people in the community that would you have wanted that to be one of the games? You could do Madden one-on-one and do tournaments now for Madden, Jeff.
So I think Outcasters would have been cool because it's it would have been cool because it's like
that's right. That's right.
The level of the game, you don't have to be that amazing, right? But I mean, you could have did. I hosted a Pac-Man tournament, dude. There's a lot of games, and I'm just saying. But anyway,
again, we do a fighting game.
But to come up with how would you do a Pac-Man game with 25 or let's say 24 people, and how would you come up with a winner? And what is it? Is it best of 1? Is it best of 3? Is it best of 5?
Sure. But that's the rules that you make per game, right?
The thing is going to drag on for months, right? So I think
doesn't have to. We could have. Remember, they're even doing it by points. Supposedly, the person who has the highest points is going to be the person that's going to win a game. Or all 4 games, the person who has the highest 3 points is going to be the winner. You could have people playing Pac-Man, right? Pac-Man goes by points. Who has the highest score? You're the winner in Pac-Man. Like, been doing that forever. I play Pac-Man based on points. Or you can play how many levels.
You know what? This is the first one, and let's just see how it plays out.
I agree.
I said I will help promote it. I will stream a few of the games. I am no king of content like our Rolls Royce Captain America that's above me over there.
Dollar Store Captain America.
I'll piggyback off of your statement, Jeff, in that I think that like we talk about with the cloud gaming platforms, and we say to people to do what it is that you enjoy doing. This is what Jack and his team came up with. Right. It may not be the perfect tournament for everybody, but I love that they're putting money out there for people, that they're doing prizes, however that money came to be. I think it's extremely cool that they've gone to this length and done this. It's not a tournament. I'm going to help promote it. I'm going to help stream some of the games. I'm not going to play in it because none of the games that they've selected are games that I really want to play. That's no disrespect. It's just not. But I do want to be a part of it, and I do want to see what happens of this. Eli will probably be very good at the Hitman speed runs.
Oh yeah,
of course.
But I would like to see like Sniper. I mean, I've really been enjoying watching some of our community playing Sniper Elite lately. Anthony, you and I jumped into one of those streams not too long ago and played. You could definitely play that game in a tournament setting.
Definitely could.
You could do some of the sports games. You could do Grid. You can play up to 40 players on Stadia. So there's definitely some games out there. The question will be, does everybody have those games? There's going to be this whole, do I have to buy it? Can I get into it? There's always going to be something.
Listen. If you have to spend, I don't know. Here's the thing. If you felt this was cool about the thing, he said there's going to be 4 games, but the person with the top 3 scores out of the 4. If you felt, man, first of all, if you felt you were amazing at a specific game,
you should have it anyway.
You would have had it anyway. If you felt you was that amazing at a certain game to win $1,400 or $1,000, you would have bought it, right? So that knocks that whole. Well, what if I don't have a game?
Yeah, you know what? It's the first one. I think, Anthony, you floated the idea of doing a Killer Queen Black tournament on Stadia tournament. I know Jackie would be behind it. And Team JMG would be there with bells on. So, I think there's some things we can do.
Sure. And again, if Jack is like me, I appreciate constructive criticism. I would love if people would come out and say, hey, game over, cool idea. It'd be great if you do this. And I've had people that have reached out to me and said that. I've had people tell me I need more true and false. I need more multiple choice. Some of my questions got a little ridiculous at a certain point. You know, so I appreciate constructive criticism, and I think of it as constructive criticism. I know that there are those that cannot take constructive criticism, and I'm not saying that that is Jack. I don't know Jack very well. He reached out to me. He asked me to be a part of this, and I absolutely love doing anything positive that can support Stadia or our community, right?
Yep, me too.
So I'm all for it, but you know, as they go through the process and they get through their tournament, maybe there will be some things that they'll learn from it and they'll be able to tweak it. Anthony, think about the very first show of Game Over that you were on. How much of a dumpster fire was that?
I mean, I won, so I think it was the best show that you had.
I'm going to tell you all right now, and here's my shameless plug. Tonight's show is the best one I've ever done.
Because I'm going to be on it.
No. I'm telling you all right now, it's the best one I've ever done. So
I have to apologize. I'm apologizing ahead of time. I am not going to see tonight's show. I will watch the VOD later.
That's fine, Jeff.
But unfortunately tonight, you guys know, there's stuff going on. I've got a food market to go to.
You're good. I definitely
my only comment about Game On, I love the show. I think it's great. Is if season 2, getting a co-host who actually won the tournament probably would have been a way I would have gone. But you went a different way. You decided to go with a loser, and that's completely fine.
I kind of owed it to him though, because I really screwed him over. So
But I love William. So William's my buddy. I love William.
Fantastic.
So and I know I talk to William almost every day, either text or voice, and I think he's in the chat. So.
He is. If people watching this don't know what Jeff is talking about, Stadia Pro Gaming, William, as some of you may know him, is going to be co-hosting Game Over with me season 2. We'll do an announcement for it later, but I'm super excited to have William join. We've had lots of conversations so far and shared some ideas. Some of those ideas I'm already starting to put into the shows that we're doing for the tournament right now. So there's definitely some bigger and better things coming for Game Over, and William's definitely a part of that. So
I know we never set a time limit on this, Zach, but I've got drinking to finish. Canada Day.
I was going to say to you, sir, happy Canada Day and enjoy. Thanks for jumping in with us. You get out of here and enjoy the rest of your night. I've got one more thing I'm going to share, and then we'll just sign off. Jeff, do you want to tell everybody where you are before you leave, or what?
You guys all can find me on the Twitters and the YouTubes and the Twitch and the Facebook gaming at Jeff Janak. I look forward to seeing everyone Friday night. It's the first Friday of the month, and so I'm back playing SpongeBob. Working through SpongeBob on the Retro Gaming Friday night. Monday nights, I do a Stadia Bash Community Network stream. I've been playing through Blue Fire because I really like that game. Wednesday nights, I've been playing Crata. And then we got to get another Among Us game going. I really like playing Among Us. So maybe on the weekend. Yeah.
We get through this weekend because we've got our holiday on Sunday. Get through this weekend and we'll be back to normal. We'll do Minecraft and we'll do Among Us, and it's a good time. I always love when you can join me, Jeff. So thank you very much.
Love to. Okay, bye. Bye,
awesome.
everybody.
Happy Canada Day, buddy. Enjoy. Stay safe. Stay safe.
Bye.
Don't drink and drive. All right.
Never.
I've got one more thing to share, Anthony, before we get out of here. One of the things that I definitely wanted to bring to this show was I wanted to bring some positivity. I told you that as well. We'll definitely get into the mud with certain things, but I want to always share something positive as we leave. This one is personal to me because it's about me. But let me go ahead and share this up right here. I need to give a huge shout out to none other than Cloud Gaming Dad. Lee is fantastic. I'm sure everybody that watches this knows him, has been a part of his streams. He took the time out last week to promote me. And as soon as I hit 100 subs on YouTube, he put this tweet up. It says, "I've had a lot of people promote my channel on my way to 500 subscribers, so I want to pay it back. Every week, I'm going to choose one content creator to push. And this week, I'm going to start with Gaming Ryzak. He has a fabulous channel full of awesome content where he plays along. I didn't capture the rest of it, but it continues on to say that, I play along with my son. I'm family oriented. He appreciates that because he is family oriented and he brings his kids into his stream as well. there's a lot of things. Anthony, you and I have talked about this. There's a lot of things that mean a lot to me. My family is number one on that list. Right. That's why I bring my son in, and I try to promote my son. And we do the Minecraft stream. We do some other things together. And I just really wanted to use this time to just say thank you to Lee. This was extremely nice of you. I'm very humbled that you would go and do such a thing for me. And I really wanted to say thank you. And I think that you're awesome, and keep up your great work. So that was my good news for this show.
So with that good news, I kind of feel some type of way.
Good.
You know why?
Go for it.
Because I remember that I woke up one day and on Twitter, some dude added me to something for some guy said, name content creator, a content creator that's not yourself, that you think is a really good person, they're a smaller person, and you want to give them a spotlight. And I was like, Dad, that's cool. Somebody put me as that person. So I said, I'm going to pay it forward, and I want to pick Ryzak. I said, this guy is a great guy. He's a family guy. Damn, I said everything Lee said. I wonder who said it first, not to take away from Lee's fire, but I'm just saying I did the same thing, and I picked you.
I don't know. Here's where I'm going to counter you, okay? I have on multiple streams said that I wouldn't be doing this today if it were not for you. And I believe that you know that. So you
never told me that, ever.
I have definitely told you that.
Well, let me hear it now, Ryzak. Why? Why would you? Because you made me spend $15 of my hard-earned money when you lied to me. Everybody thinks Ryzak's good, and he lied to my face. Said, bro, go buy this game. We could play together. I said, oh wait, is multiplayer online? Hell yeah, it's multiplayer online. I play it all the time online.
It wasn't a straight lie to your face, because I didn't know until we got into it that it wasn't multiplayer online. But to be honest, I'll just tell the story if anybody hasn't heard it before. I reached out to, I saw Ray had put a tweet on Twitter that said, hey, we're looking for people that want to be a part of Stadia Bash Community Network. If you've ever wanted to stream, even if you've never streamed before, give us a shout and we'll give you some time and you can do it. And I gravitated to that because I have a son who wants to stream. He's a little shy, didn't really want to do it. And so I was like, look, man, anybody can do this shit. I'm going to do it. So I reached out to Ray. He told me to holler at you. I did. And then I was setting up to do a stream on like a Saturday night. I think I was doing, I can't even remember what game I was doing it. Maybe it was Rocket League. I don't even know. But you jumped in. No, it came from Space and Ate Our Brains, and you jumped in and you were like, hey, I'll play this with you later. And I was like, cool. So we get going.
Whoa. Go ahead. I'll play it with you later because you said it was multiplayer online.
I did say that because I believed that it was because you could play 4 players. So you purchased the game. We come into the stream and you're like, yeah, man, just go ahead and bring me over. And I was like, I got a disclaimer, dude. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know how to do that. And so you introduced me to StreamYard and you walked me through. We got on a Discord chat. You literally took the time to walk me through step by step everything that I needed to do. Exactly how to go about setting up the branding and doing the countdown and coming in. You even gave me some tips on how to come into the show and start the show and say thank you, hi to everybody, come up with my own thing. And so that was the very first multi-person stream that I had ever done. It was with you at your guidance, if I will, and you then, you did the whole game with me. We weren't able to play it online. We jumped over to Outcasters. We played some other stuff. And then we had a little conversation at the end of it. And at the end of that conversation, you said, well, listen, man, you've got a great personality. You do a really good job. I really want to challenge you. And I want to see you do something different than just game streaming. You're this kind of person, and I think that you could do something a lot better than just game streaming. I had this crazy idea in my head. I wanted to do a game show. I wanted to do a Family Feud style game show, and that compliment from you and that challenge from you pushed me to create Game Over. And so without you, there would be no Game Over. I figured you'd like that.
You know what's funny? All the people who thinks I'm the devil, man, I do a lot of good stuff behind the scenes. But you motherfuckers, nah. But you know what, Ryzak? Honestly, long story short, dude, me personally, I'm excited that I met you. And guys, we're getting a little soft here, but this show isn't always doom and gloom. But so it's cool. I'm glad that Ryzak ended the way he did. But I'm glad I met you. 100%. When that guy wrote that, add me to that post, and this is not a knock to anybody, right? Listening, anybody I ever met, but I think personally, and I'm gonna say it, is no yes man. You're the most talented person I met since I started game streaming. You know, to come out with a show, and to be honest with you, the reason why I'm saying this is because you haven't been doing this for long at all. It's other people who got shows and stuff, but they knew a ton of people. They're fan favorites. Everybody love them. You broke in as my name's Ryzak. You got a cool name, Ryzak. Okay, that sounds cool. And you're just this dude, right? But that dude. Listen, you was just some dude. I don't know. Ray was like, hey, this guy named Ryzak, he want to be a part of the thing. I started looking up your channel. I was like, the dude got no content. He got no content. He's like a plant or something. He's probably like Avery in disguise.
You don't even have a family video on YouTube. Like, what's going on?
Bro, I really thought like something was up. And then you made like a little video or something. Oh, come into the, I was like, who is this dude? But when I met you that day and we talked, and so personally, I just want to definitely say, Ryzak, you are super talented, man. I feel like you could do anything, and to see what you did in a limited amount of time, and it just to be what it is. I don't know anybody else who has been streaming with the community for the little amount of time that you have, and have got some of the biggest names in our community. Again, we got a small little community, but got some of the biggest names to say, sure, I want to be on. That shows that you're a person they respect, that shows that you're a person they trust, and it's just, and you're talented, right? So to have those, I don't know anybody else, me included, to have the people you had on. Like, it's just, and so me personally, I 100%, when somebody tagged me, you're more talented than me, man. Like, I'm like, oh man, like I'm a crazy guy, I throw wear a cowboy hat on, but you're genuine. Your shows, like, it's awesome. The effort you put into making a show, to researching games. I'll never do that because I don't have to pay. I'm like, listen, bro, we just gonna fly by the seat of our pants. But so I just want to say, but not to knock Lee, because Lee is awesome. If I had to name a person with heart, is definitely 100% Lee. Dude, when me and Lee kind of had a little out, I said whatever to anybody on Twitter and YouTube, and I don't care. But literally, when I made my statement and it kind of affected Lee, I literally felt like crap. Like, that's the one guy I actually care about feelings. He's like the nicest dude. And so I did not to take away from him, but dude, you got to get some credit 100%, because Ryzak, you're awesome, man.
Streaming. Oh, where did it go? Oh.
I thought you was taking the time to put up my thing. Don't worry, I'm gonna find it. The next episode,
I didn't find it, but I mean, it says streaming Stadia goodness. Like, how can you not like that guy, right? I'll flip it back at you real quick, and then I think we got to wrap this up. But you get a bad rap from a lot of people. A lot of people see your showmanship for what it is. You make it very clear that you are a fan of wrestling, and if anybody has ever watched wrestling, it'd be obvious why you do what you do. I've had many conversations with you offline, and I could not have said yes fast enough when you asked me to do something with you. We have a couple of other ideas in the works that we've been discussing, which we'll see if we can find the time to get all this stuff, if our wives will let us. But you are an awesome dude yourself, and I wish that people could learn to separate the showman from the person, and not lump you into one category because of something you said or something you did. You're very clear that you like to debate. you like to bring up some difficult topics and talk about them. Hell, I was on your Sandy and Anthony show one night. You guys started talking about religion, and that's a big no-no in the world I come from. We don't talk about politics, and we don't talk about religion. So the fact that you guys are not afraid to broach certain topics, that I think should be highlighted and appreciated a little bit more than it is. And I just I've got the utmost respect for you. I know there's a lot of people out there that have had it, lost it, never had it, don't want it, whatever. It doesn't matter, man. You keep doing you. We'll keep doing this, and look at the support we've gotten in the chat today. It's been fantastic. So this has been a great first episode. Could it have been better? Absolutely not, because it was perfect.
That's right. We had Jeff drunk.
That's right.
That alone.
That's right. Where are you gonna be? Where are you gonna be this week? Anywhere?
Oh my God, bro. So I was gonna do 4 things today. I might scrap the last. So I was doing this at 5:30. At 6:30, I was gonna do my my community first look. Then I'm doing your show at 8, and then I'm doing the Sandy and Anthony show at 9 o'clock. That's a show with my wife, guys. If you want to check that out, 9 o'clock Eastern. Sandy and Anthony show. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get something to eat after this. So I'm gonna skip doing the first look. I'm gonna do the first look when the Sandy and Anthony show goes off. I want to do it early so the UK people could be a part of it, or the European people, but I like to do it on the first of the month, every first of the month. So I'll do it later on. So that's 4 shows I'm doing today. Oh, and by the way, I also streamed on my lunch break in my car. So that's 5 shows I did today. But king of content, just saying. But yeah, guys, that's it. Check me out on any of these shows. Make sure you come see me tonight on RiseX show Game Over. I'm gonna destroy that little bum Ejimix and cement myself as why I'm gonna win this whole thing. So that's about it.
They don't call him a young gun for nothing, but we'll see. Obviously, as Anthony said, we've got our episode 10 or 10th episode of Game Over tonight. I can't believe I've had 10 episodes so far. It's crazy, but this is the second first round matchup in our basically our winners tournament. So please come by and check it out. It's going to be a fantastic show, and not because Anthony's on it, because it's probably my best show that I've created yet as far as cleanliness. So it's going to be a great time. Hope to see you there. Definitely catch out Sandy and Anthony later on. I'm not going to be around this weekend doing anything. We've got housework and 4th of July and all that. So it's going to be a pretty quiet weekend as far as streaming, but we'll be back next week. We do a Sunday night Minecraft stream. We have an EBCN Minecraft server set up. So if you guys have Minecraft Java, you can definitely jump in and play with us. We encourage it. We love it. We'll do some more Among Us. We'll get some of these other party type games in here, man. I think it's great when we can get a big stream together and get a bunch of people doing it. So we'll look for more opportunities to do that. But guys, this has been episode 1 of No Yes Men. I'm glad that you were here. Chariot Man, thanks for popping in, brother. I see you down there. I think I'm good, brother. You got anything?
I just want to say, guys, this show is going to be epic. We're going to have our highs, our lows. There's going to be good stuff. There's going to be stuff you don't want to hear. Your name, all the people who are watching, might just find his way on this show. But we just want to, be No Yes Men and tell it like it is. Now, make sure you go to our channel, because we're always going to have the next episode. So whenever you go to the channel, you're going to know when the next episode is going on. And you don't even need to worry about like, oh, well, these guys switch channel from channel. It's just going to be on our channel. All you do is click on it, and it's going to take you right to that episode. So next episode will be next week, 5:30, same time, unless we change it. And Jeff will be hosting. And the way we do it is when the person's hosting, as you see, Ryzak, he pretty much carried the show because he's an awesome host. And that's what he do. Well, next week, we're going to see what Jeff got, because Jeff never did a multi-stream yet, huh?
No, I don't think he did, but Proto's the man. Look at that. Look at that, Proto. Filling up the chat. Like it. I like it. All right, guys. Next week, Jeff's channel. Hopefully still 5:30, but we'll let you know. And thanks a lot for joining. I hope you enjoyed the show. See you soon on Game Over.
One last thing.
Don't you do it because I'm a cowboy. Don't do it.
No, I'm not. But one last thing, Proto makes his return debut tomorrow to the SBCN at 4:00 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys tune into that. He said he got everything situated. He's ready to rock and roll. So I just want to give him that shout.
All right, and if you don't proto, I'm going to lock you in the dungeon of the SBCN Clubhouse. We're not going to let you have a cave. We're just
because last week he was supposed to do it, and like 2 minutes before his show, oh, I can't do it now. So
so he owes us double. So that'll be a really good show.
Definitely,
I'm sure it will be. All right, guys, take care. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Later.